Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here. It is Wednesday. It's the day before Halloween, and I'm going to be showing kind of like a flashback deck. Kind of works. Number one, it's got sort of a trick or treat theme inside of it, since we do some gifting. It's also got a bit of rituals, which is something that you find around Halloween with the witches and all. And we're also going to be giving this one away during the trick or treat tomorrow. So we'll find some random kid that comes up to the house while I have some, Yu-Gi-Oh stuff sitting around me, like a dual disc and such. And we're going to give this one away. So this is fun. This is a Glass Cannon OTK. I wanted to show you guys this again one last time before we get rid of it. We have used this as a tester deck down here in the Duel Dungeon for a while. And I mean, we will be sad to see it go, but like somebody's gonna be really happy about this. So first and foremost, it's got a super key character. It's an OTK, and it plays based off of the Blue Eyes Chaos Max. Okay, so the Chaos Max Dragon is this ritual, which is just an 8-star, 4,000 by 0. You can ritual summon this with Chaos form, which is fine. Must be ritual summoned, which is also fine. The opponent may not target it with card effects, and it may not be destroyed by opponent card effects. So they basically have to like tribute it out or battle it, which is going to be difficult unless you're playing kaijus. And if this card attacks a defense monster, you get to inflict double piercing damage. So there is that. This thing could basically OTK by summoning multiple copies of itself in a round, or by being able to get off like a Super Saitama One Punch. So there are a couple of ways one would approach playing this deck, and one of those ways is simply Advanced Ritual Art. Because again, it mentions one ritual, but it does not say it's the only one that you're allowed to use. So Advanced Ritual Art is going to allow you. So we can do that by playing simply 3 copies of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Again, it's a very simple 1-for-1 motion here. Which is very good. And again, in those moments where you get locked into having to actually combat play out, we're going to go one step further. We're going to play 3 copies Blue Eyes Alternative. Now, Alternative, the broad strokes are to special summon it, we must reveal regular Blue Eyes to do so. Once we do that, it's a free special summon, and Blue Eyes White Dragon cannot attack the turn that this guy uses his effect. Because this guy can blow up a monster. It's just this card. So any other card can attack. So if you were able to play like one of those and somehow get the Blue Eyes to the field, it's fine. A little goofy, but still fine. The next portion of the deck is going to require a little bit of finesse. We're going to be playing the Imps. So we're going to show them off. They've got 2 the Bookstone, 3 Candles, 2 Pencil Plume, of course they would slide, and 3 Talismandras. Now, I'm not going to go through and read each one. I'm going to give you guys the broad strokes, because this is just a quick in and out deck. I've already explained this one once before, and a lot of you players are smart enough to get it. Half of the Imps work one way, half of the Imps work another way, and that's twice. 2 of these require you to reveal a ritual monster from your hand that will allow them to special summon themselves and a different name from the deck. And then whoever comes from the deck can go ahead and use their second effect. But these guys are locked in where they get one effect or the other once per turn. So if I play Bookstone, I can't have somebody else pull another Bookstone so Bookstone could get its effect. So half of them special summon on revealing a ritual monster, half of them on a ritual spell. Additionally, when they're special summoned from the deck, half of them give you a ritual monster and half of them give you a ritual spell. So this just helps us correct the hand real quick. Now we additionally do play 3 copies of the Impcantation Chalice Slime. Chalice Slime, we'll never play it as its ritual. We want the second sentence. You can reveal this from your hand, discard a card if you do, special summon 1 imp from the deck. During the end phase, you will lose the 2,500 attack value of this card if you did not special summon a ritual monster this turn after you resolve this effect. It's here for 3 for consistency. And as long as you do the ritual summon, you take no damage from the effect in the end. So again, we pretty much mitigate everything here. The last tech monster you guys are going to want to run, Manju. Manju, the 10,000 hands, is probably one of the strongest, and probably realistically like the only opening summon that you should ever perform in this deck. When normal or flip summoned, you get to choose between adding a ritual monster or spell from the deck to your hand. So again, this is ultimate utility. Everything's stripped away. This is not a competitive deck. This is something that you play with your friends and you one-shot them, and then they get serious, and then you don't win anymore with this deck. The whole point is to put 1 or 2 Chaos Maxes on the field and potentially win the game. Okay? The last card I'm going to show you guys is what's going to cause that to occur. So let's just keep going for now. So, going into the spells, we're going to have our 3 copies of Advanced Ritual Art. Advanced Ritual Art, again, we declare the monster we want to play, so we show off the Blue Eyes Chaos Max, and then we just toss the Blue Eyes out of the deck. 8 stars for 8 stars, immediately summon, you're good. Same thing, Chaos Form. Chaos Form must be exact. This can be used for any Chaos or Ritual or Blacklist or Ritual Soldier Ritual monster. You can also tribute monsters from the hand or field, or banish Blue Eyes or Dark Magician from the graveyard, whose total levels equal exactly that of the monster you're trying to summon. So it's just like Advanced Writ, you have to be very specific in what you're doing. And if you go back to the imps, there is a 5, there is a 3. That's one of your ins for the 8 stars of the Chaos Max. There's a 4, and then there's Manju. That's your other key road in for that, unless you Advance Writ, throw the Blue Eyes, Chaos Form, banish the Blue Eyes. It's very simple. You guys can do this. This is a very flexible deck. Now, one of the cool things is we also get to use the Melody of Awakening Dragon. Now, normally, this is discard a card, add up to 2 dragon types with 3k or more and 2,500 or less defense. So, again, they take the basic Blue Eyes stats, which is shared between this alternative, and Chaos Max is 4,000 by 0, so it exceeds or gets below both requirements in a way to where it's also searchable. We could pitch, a Chalice Slime after, special summoning the one that gives us another ritual. We could do that, get 2 of those, and then just pop the advanced to Chaos Form and go into our double Chaos Max. It's fine. Like, this is a wonderful searcher and a great tutor. Now, there was a bit where when I was building this initially, I had like 6 cards left. I was still trying to figure out how to OTK. And I said, well, if I use something that's going to be good so that I can just run into something, I need to make sure that I can draw it. So by having 9 8-star cards, because again, Chaos Max, Alternative, and Base White, they're all 8 stars and all trade-in targets. Again, Chaos Form doesn't care if the Blue Eyes is in the discard or my hand. It's just if it's in the discard, I get to banish it. Same thing. I could do the same thing with a Chaos Max, and trade it in and do that because maybe I drew all 3. Does not matter. Helps us. Now, when it came down to the final card, one of the things I was thinking was if you did take another look at all the imps, they're all 0. 0 attack, 0 defense. It's all effect. So, since they're all special summons, we could put one in defense mode. And if we went second, which is what you always want to do with this deck, you kind of get the first attack. So, creature swap seems like it would be the best move because we're going to trade with our opponent. But the question is, what do you do in the times where your opponent doesn't already have a monster? So we have to take the opponent's interaction away from the game. Similar to what we do with Jinzo, or like the Mech Lords where we play Armory Arm and we pitch it. This way there's synchro in a discard pile and we get better effects. We needed to figure out a way for us to get the double damage, the double piercing, without the opponent interaction. And so we chose for Xian's Spy. So this is a bit of an older spell. Target a monster that you control that's face up, give it to your opponent to the end phase. This takes opponent interaction entirely out of it. If you didn't have a monster and I was only able to summon one Chaos Max, this means that I could give you Bookstone or somebody in defense mode and just crush it. And again, since it's 0 defense, the 4,000 looks like a direct attack, but it gets doubled. That's 8k. That's game. So again, I just felt like this was a fun deck. We should probably show this off one more time before this totally leaves. Hopefully, we get a Yu-Gi-Oh! Enthusiast trick-or-treater tomorrow, so we can go ahead and do a quick little giveaway. And then it'll be awesome. And yeah, guys, I just hope that you enjoy this. If you enjoy gimmicky decks like this, we do these every now and again. We'll be back with more of that in the future. Come back tomorrow and I will give you guys a good zombie world profile. So yeah, till then, you guys have a wonderful day. Hope to see you guys again next time. Later.